car. All right.
Well, I'd be able to hear you in the car.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, welcome to episode 12 of what the shit show called the Training Logs by three useless cunts and a couple of mates.
That's a better name. We should fucking get Clint to do up some artwork to that effect.
Have you got back to her yet, Cam?
I haven't provided the feedback. I thought I'd
Kelly, you fucking hate it, or...
Anyway, so because we've only got three faces on here, because we've got someone with Luke right now.
You got four.
Yeah, someone with Luke.
Yeah, someone. That's your guess, mate.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting there. James Te Huna, welcome to the Training Logs.
Thank you for having me. Rahn, how's it going?
Hey, mate, how you going? Yep. How you feeling for stones?
Oh, yeah, give it a go.
They're broken old men.
Give it a go, see what happens.
Yeah, what?
For this man, pretty good to have a play around.
Yeah.
It's been a while since either of us have done these stones, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're just going to have a bit of a play around, or are you have you got something specific you'll be working on today?
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Bit random, I think. I don't know. What do you got in mind today specifically? I'm going to have to see how my body goes. But
straight to 190.
You never know what happens, eh? You know, might get a little bit competitive.
But we were hoping that was going to be the case.
Dropped out again. That's good. Right, 15 seconds, and so the world record's held by Brian Shaw, pro strongman. And we started. So we did one of these with Alice and Dan, a strongwoman in Tasmania, a few weeks ago. She used to hold the world record for the women. So we were like, have a go on the show. So she jumped on, smashed out a good time, and then Cam did the time. He's got one hanging in his shed there. So he had to go on the thing, and then I had to go to the gym last week. Rahm's still got to do his, but he's got an injury or something.
Yeah,
and
scared.
we told Wolf to do it last week in New Zealand, and then we're going to get you to have a go and see what time you can put up. But we might do that after we train.
Seen on watching a footy show, in their old footy show, they had like some, this like like rower sprints. I don't know what it was, how long it was, but a couple.
Anything more than 100 meters sucks.
Yeah. Other than that, like 100-meter sprints on the rower, there's no other use for a concept too, is there really?
Yeah. See if we can get a world record today. I'll have another go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
All right, Cam, you want to run an intro, brother?
Yeah, well, you do. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm just getting up the little the hot.
I've already done the intro.
Yeah.
Still drunk, Cam?
Probably.
Cam's been pissed for 2 days because I finally opened pubs in Melbourne.
Yeah. I had a bit of a session on Saturday night, James, and no bueno.
So are people able to go out to the races today, or is it fucking all closed down still?
So it's still closed down. So they specifically left the kind of bigger openings till after the Cup weekend. So everything pretty much opens on next Monday. So. Which is good. So, but like pubs and everything's sort of open, and then we get another 40 people at a pub and shit like that. So, but who fuck knows?
Yep.
So that's all shit. So now, James, these guys know quite a bit about you, and they talk about you fucking heaps. So, I seem to know a little bit about you, but I'm coming in with the least knowledge of yourself, but obviously UFC fighter, you've done a bit of strongman sort of stuff. So yeah, give us a bit of a kind of a high level summary of who you are, what you do.
Okay, I was born and bred in New Zealand. Came over here when I started amateur boxing, got into boxing, combat sports, martial arts, and bit of a quiet, shy fella. So felt that, boxing for me, combat sports, it gave me a bit of confidence and kept me a little bit more upright. Wanted to stand out when I was a kid, so that was why I used that as my vehicle, to be able to shine a bit more. And then, just stuck with it. Wasn't really talented or anything. Was always the last person to pick up a skill, but I just, done it like 1,000 times until I got it right. And I was in combat sports for 20-something years. Finished up probably 5 years ago. Walked around the circles for about a year or two, wondering what I should do.
Yeah.
For for something to replace it. Because you need to, be able to find you a little bit of a kick.
That's it. You lose your identity, don't you?
Yeah, come across Strongman. And It was for me. I just had to. I couldn't just like a lot of athletes, when they stop, they got to do something else, be able to do something else, CrossFit or running or something. So with me, it was Strongman. Yeah. It was I like challenges and good people around, good community. Yep. So it was like it.
Beautiful. Yeah, it is a good community. How did you get involved at Adonis? What did you just do, like a Strongman Saturday session one day, or a comp? Or
I think so. Me and a mate, we live on the same street as each other, and we kind of we're always competing against one another. And you come across on the Facebook page, got a post about this gym that's opened up. They're doing like Strongman classes. Give this a go.
Yeah.
So rocked up down there and just met the guys, Dan and Sean, and really good dudes. Yep. So got involved with the community and started competing, and here we are.
So how long's that been? How long have you been in Strongman for now? And how old are you, James?
39. So maybe a year and a half.
Yeah.
2 years, maybe.
Yeah. So I think I first met you at the Summer Strength Showdown. Was that like your first comp, or was that
one of your first? Year, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember that one. Was it December last year when you come up to Penrith?
No, year before. Oh, maybe earlier in the year. I come up for the Arnold qualifier, the one where I think you were a 105er, and prior to that was the Summer Strength one where they had like weightlifting, powerlifting, and strongman.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So was that your first comp?
No, I think I've done a couple of novice comps before that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, had a little play around and just that was good.
And you're a bit in between like under 90s and 105s, aren't you? You'd be like a pretty harsh cut to under 90, but not quite.
Yeah, I'm like low 90s, mid 90s, and then trying to eat up to try and compete at 105. But what happens when you get a little bit older, you get a little bit fragile and you lose your size.
What class did you fight at?
Light heavyweight, which was 93 kilos.
Yeah.
That was
Cruiser. Yeah, Cruiser's next down, or is that like? Well, that's
I think so. Like in boxing, it's different, and then kickboxing is different weights, and then MMA or UFC, it's So light heavyweight division was 94 kilos. 93, and the next one down was 84.
Yeah,
so I had a
big
couple
class,
of fights in that weight too.
Yeah,
but all those boys, they cut a lot of weight, same as you guys. So it's all.
Yeah, I've done a few weight cuts in my time.
That the light heavyweight class when you were there, that was pretty legendary, wasn't it? The blokes that were fighting in it at that time.
Yeah, man, they were. There was a good probably 10, 15 guys there in my division that were at the peak of at the height of their career. Yeah. And I think they're still fighting now, 10 years later. So it goes to show you how they're way past their prime, but they're kind of still in there. So it's kind of a bit shallow at the moment, the division.
It's kind of like it's cool, but also a pain in the ass when your era of a sport is also the all-time greatest, or you're coming up against champions of the game, because you're like, well, yeah, I'm playing against the best, but I'm also getting my ass kicked, and like it's sort of. Would you like to have won championships when there's less people in the division? No. but would you have liked to won a championship? Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's good and bad at the same time.
Yeah. It's it was a definitely like a special time for me. Be competing against all these guys that I look up to and all that stuff, and got to travel places and meet a lot of places and all that cool stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you headlined UFC in New Zealand. The first was that?
Yep.
Yeah.
The first one in New Zealand. It was it was a huge fight for me. Like I was always wanted to be on stage, like in front of representing my country, and just again wanted to shine.
Yeah.
Always thought I was going to be playing for the All Blacks, but fighting will do. Got my opportunity to fight in that show back in New Zealand, being the first UFC fight. It wasn't really the ideal prep that I had for it, or shape that my body was in. But I went out there and just fought. Yeah.
That's the thing sometimes with big fights.
Do you want to start? Have you?
You go.
That?
I was just saying with
I
fight.
thought you said something, Cam.
Yeah,
did you?
Carry on, cunt. You go.
How's the internet there, Melbourne? Good work.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Anyway, have you warmed up? Have you warmed up at all, James? Did you want to do a couple of sets or anything like that?
Yeah, you go. I'll roll the chat. Yeah, I just did a couple of lifts with a little stone then, and I did some warm up shit before, and Jamie's just done some mobility and whatever, so he's gonna jump on lifting stones, and then we'll get stuck in. I'll sit around and have a watch.
Oh yeah.
Come in a bit closer, maybe.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, good.
That's perfect.
So we got the stand or submit chow yoke with the toilet seat attachment on there.
Yep. That'd be about your height for a toilet seat too, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I said we'll set it at 1.3. I can do both.
He's a fair old animal on the stones, James, from the two shows that I've watched him in. There's got to be a pretty big carryover from bashing people to lifting stones, I reckon.
I think, yeah, of all the implements, it's the closest to strangling someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to mention too, there's a dude that I think I talked to you last time about it. Priscus from Pogonolo.
Oh yeah, Priscus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's from Ollie lifting to do Strongman, and she's really fucking good at it. Yeah.
He was a beast too, man. In the
I did fight with him the other night.
in MMA.
Yeah, because was he Greco-Roman wrestler? Was his background?
Judo. He was a judo Olympian.
Ah, okay.
Bit of a freak. Oh, Priscus.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's been in under 90 strongman for a few years now, Priscus.
Yeah.
So he competes in Strongman as well, is that right?
Yeah, he's excellent. Yeah, he's been to the Arnold a few times.
Yeah, wow.
And I reckon, like, he's still active as a fighter while he's, doing strongman. So.
Oh, really? That could be a rematch between you two, but in Strongman now.
Yeah, well, you were both qualified for the 90s at the Arnold this year, but I think Priscus had a fight like a couple of weeks before or something.
Cool.
Yeah, he was a strong dude too, man.
How's that for a tiebreaker?
Yeah. All right, I'm going to have a lift in a sec too.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker in some other
submission. Yeah.
Something that is friendlier on your body. Tiebreaker in chess. I was going to say, what's that other sport at the Arnold where they got all the swords and axes and stuff, but that's probably more dangerous than anything.
Yeah, like me and Buddha had to carry some guy that got hit in the back of the head with an axe. We literally carted him off to the first aid. Then he got it and went, oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm like, what?
Just being dramatic.
Yeah, exactly. I love it when the stones get like that black gummy sheen.
We've got a. Can you hear me, James?
Sorry?
You can hear me?
Yep.
I've got a couple of questions here from a question thing that I threw up on Instagram. So one of them's from Colm Wolf. He said, "What's the most common mistakes fighters make in prep?"
In prep?
Yeah.
Probably jumping the gun. 2 matches. Nah, that's what I used to do anyway. Jump the gun when it comes to matches.
Yeah.
Someone asked me on this side. Yep.
I'll
take him. I'll take him.
What sort of, like, compared to a strongman comp, what sort of time frame would you put on a fight prep?
Roughly like aiming towards like 3 months.
Yeah.
Just depends on like if you've been active throughout the whole year, then like probably when they say anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
But like ideally, if you've had nothing backed up behind you, then yeah, 3 months.
Yeah. And what's that compared to your like prep for a strongman comp? How long did you?
Around about the same, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, around about the same.
Yeah. What? I think I know what the answer is going to be, but what's the harder prep?
What's the harder prep?
Yeah. Fighting or strongman?
Yeah, they're both hard. They're I guess. So MMA fighting was pretty hard because MMA you got to train in different disciplines like jiu-jitsu and boxing and because you want to try and better yourself in each one, you train with like world-class boxers and you'll get your ass handed to you. They'll beat you out.
Yeah.
You'll do okay at it, but they'll give you a high. So you walk out of that session feeling about this big, and you walk into the next session where you're rolling against a jiu-jitsu black belt, and then he's going to tell you up, and you walk out there feeling that big again. So you're kind of going to try and keep your confidence high, and all this shit is happening. And when you come into a fight, it's quite tough.
Fucking hell.
But strongman compared to fighting, man, I thought fighting was bad for my body. Not bad for my body, but harsh for my body.
Yeah.
Strongman is definitely more harsh on the body.
Yeah.
I was training for that the Arnold's at the start of the year, and oh man, it was a little. I was breaking down left, right, and center. My body couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with strongman, isn't it? It's like literally you just got to half the battle's getting to the show, and if you can show up in some sort of health, you're in with a chance.
Yeah.
Especially at that level, like everyone's going to roll into the Arnold with potential injuries and stuff, or
when you're pushing
for things like that and
pushing for PBs in your prep, to make it to the comp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
Righto. How's your body, Cam?
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty good. I've had a bit of like a little knee sort of patella pain, but that's coming good at the minute, so not irritating me squatting at all. And then, so I've got 2 more weeks. It's just good. The gym's open perfectly for literally the night of. I plan on squatting, so because I figured if I'm going to go for a max squat, I probably shouldn't do it at home by myself, where I might die. So get Buddha to spot me. So. Yeah. But and then
at Iron Rev.
Yeah, so I'll go in and use a mono for that. So which would be good. And then
and you're gonna max it out.
Yeah. So depends how I warm up tomorrow, but I think I should hit maybe 240, and then fucking YOLO next week. So
yeah. 285, mate. High bar to knock off that run bloke.
I'm just in.
You can't use a mono for that.
I'll walk it out.
That out of the shittiest set of things you can find.
Yeah, clang.
Walk it out of the mono.
And where you fucking missing pants too?
Yeah.
What?
All right, so we just did some warm-ups with the 120 stone. I think Jamie's just rolled out every large stone in the place. So we'll probably jump to 140 in a second, throw some tacky on and see how we go. It's pretty fucking hot in here, but we've had to turn the fans off and we're killing everybody because it's fucking too noisy for podcasts.
The things you do for podcasts.
Mate, sacrifices. We'll all be under 90s by the end of this session.
How good are those stones for warming up on? They're like pre-tacky, don't they?
Yeah, once you get to the 100 one, the one I was fucking around with before, there's so much tacky on them, you don't have to put anything on.
Well, that's what I was just saying. I love like nice indoor stones that they get that black sort of gummy sheen on them. And like they're not, because the ones at Iron Red, because they're by the door, they're literally covered in dust. So you can't, like, they're totally fucked. We're like good indoor ones.
And unless it's the same at last round, and you've got to clean the dust off them before you can touch them. Otherwise, the tacky sticks to the dust, not the fucking stone.
Yeah, correct.
But
that setup there is awesome, isn't it? At Adonis with the
they got the fat platform. Like 2.5 inch thick mats, so you don't have to put any extra mats down. It's ready to roll that whole area there, and the stones, they get a little bit of that rubber breaks up and gets on stones, so you just give them a quick clean down. But overall, it's almost like the stone's covered in like that tacky layer, but it's almost like a rubber stone you're lifting. It's so fucking such a nice surface the whole way around.
Yeah, it literally looks like a.
See how we go.
Looks like the Grand Prix where like the rubber peels off on the side of the track and they just start to ball up little balls of rubber.
Yeah, that's right, little chunks of it. All right. Good go, brother. I might go for tacky that.
Oh, yeah. This is the first stone session we've had on podcast.
Yeah.
Finally. No deadlifts.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been doing Strongman for?
About the same time, really.
Yeah, I think you were probably
coming into sixth year.
Yeah, so I did my first comp the end of 2014, like November, December 2014, I think. Yeah, something like that.
I'm a month behind you. Yeah, I was January.
Yeah.
I was January 2015.
And did you just like come from like another sport into that, or where did you come from?
Yeah,
you go, Cam.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I played footy for, still until last year. So just like Aussie rules, local footy. And then was doing CrossFit for a couple of years, kind of in the off season, sort of train for footy. So I did 2 years of CrossFit and then, and then got into Strongman.
Right.
Yeah, and I was doing it for a few years prior to even realising there were lightweight competitions. So I had all stones and logs and yokes and stuff in my little gym in Beechworth, but I had no idea that anything existed for like competition as far as weight categories and that. I just thought it was literally like world's strongest man and that's it. And then, I come across a comp on Facebook and thought, oh yeah, fuck, I'll have a go at that. And pretty happy I did it because it's been a pretty good ride, I reckon.
How was your guys' strength before Strongman?
Strength?
Yeah, like really strong guy.
Not too bad. Like I came into it probably a better mover than like statically strong, and I've sort of tried to turn that around a little bit and build up my static strength. Like I definitely won comps based on being a bit faster and a bit more athletic and stuff when I started, but I think the comps back then also were a fair bit lighter. Like if they were to run those comps these days, it'd be a bit of a joke, I reckon. They're almost like novice level weights compared to what they are now. So I was kind of lucky. I wasn't super strong, but I just came in at a good time. That the weights were kind of reasonable for me. Might have been the same for you, Cam.
Yeah, I played all of my footy at 77, 78 kilos. When I started doing CrossFit, I got up to 80, so I put a couple of kilos on, and then I started doing Strongman. So then by the time I really got into Strongman, I was probably like 83 kilos. So, cut down to under 80. And then I sort of fleshed out to 90, cutting down to under 80, because I thought, I'm not going to fucking go up against like you cunts. But I was probably similar to Rahn. Like I had good base strength. Like I was definitely strong for CrossFit, compared to some of the other guys. But coming into, guys coming up against guys that have been doing Strongman for a couple of years, was not nearly as strong. So very good athletically and moved really well and to technically proficient, picked up the movements quite well. And then over the last, 4 or 5 years, just building that strength to kind of express that capability.
What stone are we on here, James? Is that the 140?
Looks like 150.
Just Luke shooting from the hip.
He makes 1.3 look like a meter.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He literally just goes like, just like off the hip. No extension, no roll onto the belly, just like.
Yeah, just pop it on.
Yeah.
So, Iron Rev session tomorrow night with Buddha, I heard you say.
No, following week. So I'll do one more
Are you
session.
going to wear
at home.
talc? Oh, next. Okay.
Talc for squatting. Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine
Talc
talked
up,
up, and then he goes to spot me, and then like hands just slip or something.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck. What about you? So how's your little lat and your bicep going?
Well, the lat thing seems to be fine now. It's just moved to my bicep or forearm, bicep, elbow
Penis
area.
elbow.
Just one of them floating injuries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a floating injury. It'll move somewhere else soon.
I've literally had, it's right here. So I get it from low bar squatting, and I've had that ongoing for like 2 years, I think.
All right, 140, lads.
140. Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
Feel like 190 could come up today.
Mm.
It'll be good. Done that 190, tried to attempt that 190 like 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Almost hit it 1,000 times too. I do stupid shit over again.
Yeah.
Your previous best is 180, James. I've seen you full on slam dunk that. That's
at 1.2. I've always I don't know why, but I've always started I was just telling Luke before that I wish I started training at 1.3, but this is probably the first and second time for me doing the 1.3. It's realness. No more cheating.
How tall are you, James?
6'2". 6'2".
So he towers over you, Ken.
Yeah, I'm 5'10". You must have better leverages than me.
So where does Yeah, that's right. Only in certain things. So where does the lift break down for you at 190, James?
What was that, sorry?
Where does the lift break down for you at 190? Where do you start failing?
Trying to get it between my knees.
Oh, you're pulling it through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I can lift it off the ground. It's just like pulling it through, through the knees.
Oh, yeah. We'll
I think
change
my
that
strongest
today.
part is once I lap it, I'm able to get it to finish it. But trying to get it to my knees, trying to lap it.
Yeah. We can hopefully change that today.
That'll be good.
Rip it through, yeah. You're in flat sole shoes or do you wear lifters for stones?
Lifters.
Yep.
Oh, just I don't know.
He's just got Nike Freeze on.
Oh,
terrible shoes for him. Squishy.
Oh, yeah.
160.
Looking easy. Not bad, I guess, Zangief.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a new Zangief in town.
But 6'2", he'll pull that through his knees easy.
Yeah, surely.
That's tall enough. I'm pretty sure it's a 190 stand or submit stone.
Yeah. So is that 21 or 22? 21.
It's like 20.25 or 20.26 inch. Yeah.
Right, so the tutorial on tacky as well, because it's first time Jamie's used elite tacky, so which is elite cold weather's my go-to.
I find
160.
I find it doesn't stick to my skin, elite. It doesn't stick to my skin.
If you're sweaty, you'll have trouble. But you've got to a trick that a lot of people don't know is get a bottle of water and just go cool and wash your arms just before you do it, because it cools them down, and then get that elite on as soon as your arms are dry. And then once it's on, it stays on.
Because I always
that people at home.
There you go, little pro tip. Because I always found the athletic tape on the arms helps for the elite to stick onto.
Just another PPE plug.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Ooh. Oh, fuck.
And it's even coming off fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
touch and go.
It just bounced back out. That's what happens when you get a camera on you.
Hey, James. What's your favourite fight memory?
Probably I fought in London, so it would have been like 5 of us in the team. Went over to London. The fight was in London, so we went over like 2 weeks prior to acclimatise, get used to the time difference. So we're staying at a house. We're training together as a team. We're living together. So we've got like these 5 dudes, alpha dudes that are around each other 24/7. So their household's breaking down, shit's happening, fights, arguments, and as the fight comes closer, the team's kind of pulling apart, breaking apart. So one of my mates, we were just at the table. We were talking about I think we were looking at like fight entrances. So the fighter that comes out, he can walk out to a song and before he enters the cage. And I thought about coming out to doing some type of entrance, something a little bit fun, maybe help bring the team back together. And always liked Will Smith, his music and his movies, Men in Black in particular. And tossed up the idea to the team. They loved it. So we, in the lounge area, we pushed all the lounges across the room.
Oh, yeah. Rehearsals.
Yeah, rehearsals, YouTube tutorials, and then practice like a little 10, 15-second skit. It went out the day before the fight and bought some suits and the Ray-Bans and all the gear. So we went out there. We're about to walk out and it's like thousands of people in the arena in London, in Wembley Arena. And big curtains, right? They're going to pull back these curtains, and anyway, they pull back the curtains and next to these lights, and I've got these glasses on. I can't see shit. They're fogged up hard to the neck, and I can't see nothing. All I can see is I'm like trying to do the moves, and I can see this bright light in my face from the camera that's in front of me. And they've given me the call, all right, follow me. So we're dancing, and then I'm following him, and took the glasses off. They were wet as, and suit was drenched. And then went out there and fought. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a knockout on stage.
Yeah, man. He
fucking head kicked early on.
Yeah, he was on a 16-fight win streak, and they asked if I want to fight him. He was on a 16-fight win streak. He just had the record for the fastest KO in the UFC history, which was like 7 seconds or something.
Fuck.
And then they asked me, do you want to fight this dude? And I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. Jump the gun. And then done the Men in Black, walked out there, full of confidence, and probably a little bit too much confidence because my hands dropped. And then the first like 30 seconds, bang, head kicked me. And as he head kicked me, my lights were out. But as I dropped to the canvas, my head bounced on the canvas to wake me back up. So then I was in the game again. Yeah. And then just like toughed it out. End up winning the final decision. He got tired.
Yeah, is that the fight where you're telling on the DNS podcast about talking to him while he was gassing out? You were that too. Yeah. I heard him breathing out. He was like, breathing. I was like, come on, man, what are you doing? You getting tired? You're not getting tired, are you? You're getting tired? Come back and fight back, and then like, 7-second knockouts. He doesn't have to fucking laugh the whole fight. Yeah, that's it. That's fucking excellent.
Yeah, that's a good story.
170. 170 kilos.
So, James, the circumference or the diameter difference between the 180 and the 190, you rip the 180 through to your lap pretty easily, don't you?
Yeah.
So have you tried adjusting your feet a little bit?
Like try to go a little bit wider, point the toes out in. I don't know. Like I've always, for the past 12 months, because you're the man that's lifting stones, so all your views are probably from me trying to suss out how your technique is when you lift stones.
No, the one thing I
way you attack it, I see your hands don't even really come under that far under the stones.
Yeah, well, like the one thing I always concentrate on when the diameter starts getting big is like stance width, obviously, but I try and have as much weight on the outsides of my feet as I can, almost like not rolling your ankle style thing, but literally creating as much of an arch on the inside as I can, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just like stacking the weight on the outside. And then that way, hopefully the knees drive out. And then the focus is to keep the hips, low for as long as I can to keep the room for the stone to come through. Because as soon as you go stiff-legged, you just shut off that room and the stone doesn't fit through. So I just try and keep the knees driving out for as long as I can. And then hopefully it pops through. So could be something to give a whirl today.
All right. You guys see okay?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Zangief.
Fucking hell. So I think 170 and the 180 diameter.
Oi!
Just slip there. 180 and once the diameter on them two stones are the same. 170, 180. So you can see he's got no dramas pulling that through.
Just a little bit far back from the platform then, so as he's come forward, it's just kind of missed the lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what I thought happened.
Yeah, Ma.
Oh, mate, did farmers and sandbag medley on Saturday. My fucking feet and calves are so sore. Oh.
I haven't touched a moving implement since before Arnold. I don't think.
That's I mean, like I haven't done anything since.
Not looking for it.
No, it was bad.
Here we go.
170.
Oh, God, how's the wrestle?
High on the chest. There you go, big drive. All right.
Slipping.
Drive forward. That's a bit hard,
He shuffled back again in the lap.
Yeah. The old shirt doesn't help a lot, does it? Either.
Get the kid off.
A little bit of a height difference, man, makes a huge difference for me, eh?
Yeah, Luke's stitching you up with his favourite height.
I'm stitching you up, Rahn, because I'm teaching him the proper height so he can come smash all your fucking records.
I don't have any records. Yeah, I don't think you'll have a drama with
beat him.
So,
maybe I'm just like, because I'm used to doing 1.2, I don't suck up high enough.
You might not put it enough so you can sink your chest a bit more. So then as you stand up, it's actually against your chest. So when you come up, it's quite high.
Right. It's like a little, what do you call that little crevice in there?
Yeah.
You like cup that over it.
Yeah. You want it as high as possible. Same with your log cleans, so that when you stand up, it's already basically with you because you pull in with your upper back and pull in tight, and that's what holds the stone against you. It's under it and you should height then. So try in a minute.
Yeah, on that one again, Luke, as James lapped it, as he stumbled back and stepped 2 half steps back. So he was at the same position at the first attempt.
Created gap there again that we'd already gotten rid of. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Once, like, as the height goes up as well, you got to adjust to knowing like where your extension finishes and all that sort of stuff.
Where to get rid of it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of I'm not saying this is James, but a lot of people I find they'll just miss the lip on stone lifts because they won't wait till they get the triple extend. They'll sort of come up to their stomach height and they'll kind of panic and go, fuck, I need to get rid of it. Without really realising that if you've got it up high enough on your chest and your hips are through, the hips are directly under the stone. So really the stone can fucking sit there all day because it's a really strong position. And if they hang there for the triple extend for another inch or two, well, they'll clear pretty much anything then.
Yeah, just got to be patient with the extension.
It's a lot like, and this will resonate with James as a fighter, like they say, don't punch the guy in the face, punch the back of his head. So it's about pushing all the way through. So same with the stone, you're not putting it on the lip, you're putting it on the backboard, out the back, over the platform.
Yeah, it's funny. I know I never had to do these little shelves or over crossbars. It was always, I was with the Tarn Warriors and the Highland stuff. We were always loading onto barrels. So you basically had to slam dunk it right into the middle of the barrel because if you miss the lip of a barrel, it's unforgiving. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or it's not solid, so it'd just fall over.
You hit the barrel and knock the fucker over, and then you stand there with the stone in your hand waiting for someone to stand it up. All right, brother. Yeah,
get the shirt off.
Oh, yeah. Just fucking ride as best you can and then jump onto this.
Get his shirt off, Luke.
Fucking Cam, he's nice and safe in Melbourne making passes.
Well, it was slipping out of his lap on his shirt. It was just pulling his shirt down. So either tie it up for him.
Oh, yeah. Sure miss that.
Coming.
Read that. Get your fingers into it. What happened there, Cam?
Don't know. It just fucking dropped out.
In Penrith now, bro.
Yeah, I was just going to say this. The tacky looked like it looked like Ghost. Just on the pottery wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, that could be a T-shirt idea. Round of stone.
Ghost. Patrick Swayze hanging onto a stone. That's an easier pick. Get over it.
There you go.
Is he all right?
Yeah, head spin.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It happened on stage. It happened to Luke Reynolds today.
Luke, just give him a count. Luke, give him a count. That'll get him back on his feet.
You can get through 8 counts, and then so I just knocked out James Te Huna with a stone. Right? It happens, bro, because when you're here, everything's back to the buffer. So when you hold it there.
Is he going again now?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, shit.
What a mad cunt. It's getting a bit slippy.
It's a bit hard for me now.
Yeah.
Need some
But
pop.
makes it, yeah.
You made that pick.
1.3 definitely is happy.
Yeah. You made that pick look a lot easier that round.
Yeah, come on, we ran really well then.
So you just had shoulder surgery recently, James?
No, I had I just had like a bad I had PRP injections
Okay.
on my shoulders. But I think it's just from like wear and tear, I guess, like bad history on my shoulders over the years.
Yeah.
They had like 3 reconstructions on one of the shoulders, and then arthroscopes and all that stuff.
And were they
I think
from
it's just, like bad shoulder health over the years, and just try to push my way through it.
those dislocations? Or, you know,
There's that famous video of you.
where,
Yeah.
There's that famous video of you with in the fight where you dislocate your shoulder and then come back and win.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. I was a bit of a
That's
almost
madness.
some move. I mean, you could have like finished me off for good. The way the shoulder was put back in. But,
Oh shit!
man, I it was my first international opponent, and he was flown over from Japan, and this fight was televised on Fox Sports like over 10 years ago, and it was like kind of my first. This was like a fight for me where I can really shine and really get my name out there. So first minute of the fight, I'm fighting this dude, and we end up having a bit of a scramble on the ground, and when I've tried to sweep him on the ground, like flip him over, my shoulders popped out. So it's locked out, and the ref saw it, and the ref jumped in and stopped the fight. He paused it, called a doctor in. I really was quite lucky, that the doctor done that, because really the fight should have been called off. But he stopped it. He called a doctor in. It was locked out, like the shoulder was forward here, and the doctor couldn't put it back in. Didn't have enough experience to put it back in. And then he's going no towards the ref, and the ref is going to call it. And then I looked behind me, and my trainer's like, come over here. So I run over to him, and he's like, relax. Grabs my arm, he swings on it like a church bell, goes back in. And then the ref looks at me and goes, "You all right? You good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." And then the fight got restarted a minute after it began, and then end up taking that by decision, winning that one by decision.
Fucking hell.
This stuff just happened like multiple times, and I guess always try to find like a quick fix, and then
Yeah. That guy would have thought he'd won by that point, wouldn't he? Like your opponent's standing the other side with the dislocated shoulder.
Yeah. We was he really shouldn't have fought, because the ref stopped it, and he should have won the fight. Because I couldn't continue with that shoulder locked out, but I got given the chance to be able to run back to my cornerman, and he swung on it.
Fucking
and
hell.
back in.
Fucking madness. So what's Luke got here?
180.
180.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So James, why don't you just do it like that?
Hey?
Just do it like that.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah, I'll go that one again.
How many, like typically when you fail a stone, how many attempts do you give yourself, James?
Oh, a couple.
Before you cook, sort of thing.
Yeah, call it, yeah.
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 Yeah, I usually have 1 or 2 attempts and then I'm absolutely cooked. But then you see people try and stuff like that and then finally get it on like
it's good.
7th or 8th go.
Yeah. Good resilience.
Yeah, not me though. I quit early.
Stop early, otherwise you do bad things to yourself, eh?
Fucking happened, man. It said happened to Lukey last week. He fucking dropped to the ground. He had 140, and it hung on the lip there, and he held it for probably as long as you did. And all of a sudden, he seems like dumps a stone, and he fucking face planted. All right. More fucking. Oh no, it's not. There's fucking fair bit on there now.
Let's go, mate.
Come back from it. Come forward, bro. Come forward. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Straight to 190.
Yeah, go up. Do a little dirt.
Classic Sam Surf. Go up.
What are you going to do? Oh, keep on trying. Fair enough.
Keep on trying.
Just go up. Yeah.
So you're going to get some stones in at Iron Rev next week, Ma?
Nah. Just a pain.
When do you start bringing them in for comp? Yeah, they take up so much time.
Yeah. Usually pretty late, and we don't have any stones in Carnage. Or do you know something that you're not meant to know?
No, I do not know anything.
Oh yeah. It might have been.
I'm talking prep for the Arnold.
Oh,
I'm
right.
talking
right.
if it's on again. I'm actually not foreseeing it being on in March.
Nah,
it could be, but
talking to Az, and I think there's potential chance it'll be.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, little insight. Potential.
Ah.
Apparently, Tony's maybe in conversation with Filex in Sydney.
Yeah, well, why would he want to stay in Victoria? I guess now.
Yeah. So, but who knows?
We've rolled out the 190, which is
yeah.
It's a big pig too. It's fucking goes up by an inch.
Yeah. So is it just stand or submit 190 or?
Yeah, they're all except for like there's a couple of small ones like 50, 60, 70 that are whatever brand. The rest of them are stand or submit here, so it's pretty good set.
Yeah. So yeah, the 190s same diameter as a 200, 20.25 inch.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not
Horrible.
Quite 21.
Horrible.
Yeah. Are we going to get? You're going to load it, obviously, but we're going to get James to pick it.
Yeah, it's up to him.
I reckon he can pick it.
And I'm happy to knock the crossbar down to 1.2 and see him load the 170, 180.
Yeah. Back to
I'll do this, and then we'll see what we can come up with. See what James feels like.
Yeah. All right.
I see you there, Cam.
Yeah, just make him fucking do it.
Look at this.
Strongman
brothers.
This is like, it's like Ghost. Patrick Swayze. Yeah, Patrick Swayze. Just sit behind him, James. Sit behind him.
Put your arms around him.
I need more tacky here, bro.
So, Cam, back to the Arnold being in Sydney.
Yeah.
Are you dropping this as like?
Is this an exclusive?
No.
Yeah.
This is just a vicious rumor. No, well, because I think there's just so much
Yeah,
uncertainty.
it's a sensible fucking rumor, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's so much uncertainty around fucking everything. So I think Tony is just exploring all options, is what I gathered. So, but who knows?
Yeah.
So.
Well, the only other major city with a reasonable fucking population is Sydney, you know. So
Yeah. Well, in terms of
sense.
they've got FitX,
Yeah.
Filex, or whatever it is, which is the other major fitness expo.
Yes, yeah, it's in March or April or something like that.
So would they just take that over as the Arnold, or would they?
Yeah, I don't know.
How would that work, Cam?
No idea.
It's all rumors, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Innuendo.
Yeah, sexual innuendo.
Mm.
There you go. So, James, when you're
190.
when you're on your camps for in London and shit like that. Oh fuck! Everything there.
About to go 190.
190. So when you're on in camp
let's
for
get
London.
it. This is history, Cam. Shut the fuck
all right.
up.
Fuck, come on. It's not that impressive. He is fucking 6'6".
Oh shit! What? Bit of a slippity bippity. Is he all right?
I imagine if that was a bicep. James, when you go on like your camp and all that sort of shit, is that coming out of your pocket? Are you getting sponsors for that? Was that the pay-per-view mob putting that on? Like what was the sort of logistics behind all that?
So yeah, that comes out of the fighter's pocket. Some fighters don't have sponsors, and some fighters do have sponsors. I was lucky enough to be sponsored, but yeah, a lot of expenses, man. I mean, there's a lot of fighters there that are all passionate about combat sports, and that are in the UFC and kind of living like hippies.
Yeah.
Just put everything towards
fucking
fighting.
Homeless. Yeah.
So then, yeah, when that path ends, then what?
Yeah.
Strongman.
Strongman. Yeah. Where you have to pay to play.
Like any other sport, I guess,
Yeah. So for you.
And so now, in terms of, you go, mate.
I was just going to say, like, so for you, and obviously you don't need to go sort of into your sort of personal situation too much, but did you do all right out of fighting? You obviously won quite a few. You're in it for a long time. So were you able to set yourself up, buy a house, all those sorts of things, like, or how did you sort of come out of it?
No, not really, man. It's like, I guess because of a lot of expenses, and I guess being from this part of the world too, like, if you look in the big countries like America and Brazil and probably just those two countries, they're really big at MMA, and they got one gym that provides everything.
Yeah.
So you got a fighter that goes there and doesn't have to travel around to find a great jiu-jitsu coach, a great kickboxing coach to do stand-up. They've got everything at a gym, and they got all the training partners at the gym as well. Where Australia and New Zealand, it's we've got the partners, the training partners, and the great coaches, but not at one gym. It's several different gyms you got to travel around to, and to organise sparring partners and training partners. I mean, everyone's got to work, so it's kind of hard doing that. So a lot of fighters are from here would either they'll probably just go over to the States and just invest in a lot of money, put in a lot of money for so they can get a good preparation for it. It's tough too. Like some fighters, the lighter you are, I guess might be the less prone to injury you are. Like I've got a few mates that are light guys, and they were fighting like 4 or 5 times a year. So you get paid per purse. So you might get like 50 grand for a fight, and they would fight like 5 times a year for like 5, 6 years in a row. So they make good coin, but then guys like myself will fight once, planning to fight 5 times in a year. First fight, bang, break the arm or something, sell me out for the next, like, I don't know, 18 months, stuff like that. It's kind of, some guys are lucky, some guys aren't lucky.
Yeah. So what did you do to fucking earn a crust in between that? Like a job? You know, while you're injured.
Sorry?
What did you do while you're injured?
Oh,
you know,
job. Oh, yeah, like I was doing it full time.
Yeah.
I was doing it full time and I was just doing it full time, but then once I kind of stopped, then I stopped pretty fast because I planned to have like a few fights, and then I got knocked out towards the end of my career and suffering a few losses in a row and like getting a little bit emotional, and then tried as much as I could to try and get back on the horse, but I couldn't. So I got knocked out and went to the doctors and scanned up my brain and stuff like that and found a few nicks. So then they asked me, they told me, they said, you got to think about your next steps if you want to continue on fighting or if you want to, pull the pin. So normally I've like cop injuries left, right and center. Like if there's a shoulder or an arm or leg or something, sweet, you give it some time to heal, then get back on the horse and go again. But the way things were going, and it was the head, so I pulled the pin on that. Yep. And then called it a day and finished up. I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I started just teaching. Teaching martial arts, teaching combat sports, teaching boxing classes, and then I started getting involved in teaching wrestling for footy. And then I started working with St. George Dragons as a wrestling coach, and then moved up to assistant coach. And then COVID hit.
Oh man!
And then cut back all the staff. At the same time, I was I guess COVID. A lot of people were struggling too as well. Job loss or low income. So I was fortunate enough to be working with a few kids through community services mentoring. I've been doing that for the last few years. And then during the COVID period, there's a huge demand for it, and I got a whole bunch of referrals from the caseworkers that I was working with, and made a bit of an impact with the kids that I was seeing. And I'm in the process and starting up my own business, providing support for kids out of home care.
That's awesome.
So that's the thing now.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. So out of one sort of shitty outcome with COVID and the NRL comes a good one where you've started creating something.
You got to adapt somehow, eh?
Yeah. And
I guess like being an athlete and then getting that experience and then going to coaching and teaching, and you learn about many things about body language and everything, and I guess managing it's definitely fulfilling. Later, man. But it's just like I see myself as a leader. You see yourself as a leader. We're all leaders, for the next generation, and we're just all doing our part to make that happen. I don't have kids of my own, so I've like shortcut it and just grab the kid when he's like 5 years old or something.
Yeah, I might send mine up to you.
Nah. Lukey's
going for that 190 now, Luke. Yep. Yeah, mate.
Hurry up. We're waiting for you.
Trying to make sure the tacky doesn't heat up too much.
Oh, shit. That's one.
Tick.
Very comfortable.
Sorry, bro. All right, that was better. Jamie, 170.
That looked comfortable enough. Here we go.
Come on, bro. Oh, come on.
Yep. Go on, Jay. Let's go, mate. Come on. Up high.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck?
Fucking hell.
Some people saying don't do any more fucking deadlifts.
Oh, shit. What's going on with your internet, Cam?
Yeah, what is happening?
It's fucked. Going inside. Fuck it.
POV, fucking horrible porn.
Oh, he looks like a home invader.
Like no interview. Internet, he's broken into the neighbour's house.
Yeah. Well, I saw the lift, so that's all right.
Well, have you recorded them?
Well, if not, James is going to have to do it again. So.
Dan, do you want to come have a chat to the lads, man? Because we'll clean up.
Nah, get fucked.
Sure. All right. Give us 2 minutes, we'll clean up, and then... Yeah, no, that's all right. Then we'll do the rower and stuff. We'll just say someone's talking on.
Oh, yeah.
Dan's going to come have a chat to you, lads, and we'll go clean up, and then we might head down to the rower.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You want to chat with me? How you doing, boys?
Here he is.
You're not going heavier? They finished, haven't they?
Yeah, they're done.
Nice t-shirt, mate.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, looks good, mate. Filling it out nicely.
Feels
Looking comfy.
nice.
It's all them fucking Melbourne bitters.
Oh, Jesus. I'm off that until after the compound.
Yeah, it's
Why?
not very conducive to good training, is it?
Nah. I was the biggest piece of shit. I was the biggest piece of shit in the gym last week.
What are you boys doing today? You got a day off or?
No, I'll head over to work over at the gym.
Yeah. I got Melbourne Cup off, so.
Oh, yes, Melbourne Cup today. Any tips?
Yep. Nah.
No
Don't
tips.
Don't
There's
bet.
no international races, is there? So it's a bit of a free-for-all. It's all Aussie races.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know anything different. I don't
All about
follow
horse
this
racing.
Yeah.
My next door neighbour, where I live over here, her dad won the Melbourne Cup 2 times.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was a jockey. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Oh, jockey.
Yeah, he was a jockey. Yeah, his name's Corey Brown, I think his name is.
Oh,
he won
shit.
it. He won it like in the last sort of 10 years, 2 times. So
Yeah. Yeah.
they all love it. Yeah, not really for me.
Nah.
What they're doing now, they're going to they just got the cobwebs off the rower. I think they're going to do the.
So Luke was saying no one's ever used the rower at Adonis. Ever.
Mate, we used to use it as a bit of a we used to use it as what's the word, like a forfeit. So if anyone left any kit out, we'd do like a rowing challenge just to fuck them up. But yeah, mate, judging by the cobwebs and the dust on it, it's been in that corner for over a year.
Yeah.
You don't use it for hamstring curls?
The hamstring. No, you can do. Yeah, I've seen a few funky exercises on there, but now we got the glute ham raise and all the other stuff in there. But I've seen a few the adductor slides and stuff they do on there, which is pretty cool. No, I've not used that myself.
So it's just a big fancy Pilates session.
Yeah, it's literally. Yeah, I'll take you out there. It's literally it's just rammed in the corner. There's a load of Mason's kit on the floor as well. People have still got to pick up, and the old token Airdyne bike, which is our cardio section.
Cardio City.
Cardio.
So
Make sure they weight down the rower or chock it up because they slide across the floor.
oh yeah.
So it needs some
Slide
bumper
with
plates.
Actually, I might put it on the. Probably better to put it on the mats.
Rubber. Yeah,
Might be
maybe.
better to put it on the mats, wouldn't it? So it won't slide too much. Yeah, what we can do is put the sandbags. Yeah, we'll chuck the Cerberus on each end, and it should just keep it in place.
Sandbags in front of it?
Yeah, that should work.
That tripod of Luke's working well.
Yeah.
What do you want?
And surely it'd be a tax deduction, with all the money we're making.
Fuck. How many subscribers have we got?
Don't ask.
It's going down.
Yeah, I don't want to make Dan feel insuperior about his podcast.
Fuck. Well, we are killing it.
Yeah, I don't think those sandbags are going to help. I reckon they need a bit more than that.
I'll sit on the fan and fucking hold it down.
The flywheel's just probably full of dust. Just going to go poof.
Hopefully the rower actually stays joined together. It doesn't like pull the fucking handle.
Snap in half.
That would be.
Yeah, she'd be right.
Is that a good angle, boys?
Yeah, it's good.
Since you're on the show, Dan, we probably need to get you doing the hot lap 100-meter row.
The what?
Since you're on the show now, we probably need to get you doing the hot lap 100-meter row.
Yeah, it's a good warm up.
Nick, you want to do the row challenge? How's your leg feeling? Okay. I'll give me a couple of days and I'll jump on it on a rest day.
I'll get him during the week and we'll cut it in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna train at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I think that's doing that before lifting might have a bit of an effect.
No, rowing's great warm up for snatches.
I did it once. We at uni we had to do we did like a rowing. I can't remember how long it was. A couple of kilometers, and they did it in an altitude chamber set at base camp, like 40% angle pressure. And it fucked me, mate. I was sick for about a week.
Yeah, that'll mess you right up.
Yeah, more the merrier. What's the time to beat at the minute on this one?
15 flat, is it, Luke?
Was it Jake?
Yeah, 15 flat.
Oh, yeah, big Jakey, 14.9.
With a lot of whiskey on board.
Yeah. Yeah, he's half cut, 14.9. Did you do the racing start, Cam, when you did yours, or did you just start pulling?
No, just start pulling.
Have you tried the racing start?
I don't think it makes that much of a difference.
Okay.
I don't know. Who knows?
Welcome to Penrith. Pre-workouts for the
Oh,
members.
yeah.
Trick or treat.
Got any ammonia salts in there?
Yeah, get James to rack a line of ammonium. Just snort a big line.
Yeah, we normally have the ammonium in the.
He's like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah. What's he got the drag wheel set on?
I was researching that. Apparently it doesn't matter on the shorter distance stuff.
No, so basically what it will do, so that if the higher the drag setting, it's the more that you are slowing down in the water.
Yeah, okay.
So it means less momentum. But so I think for long distance it would make a big difference. But yeah.
So it looks like I'm going to be doing another run today as well. So I'll see if I can beat last week's.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Jamie's going to go first.
You're on a bit of a fitness campaign doing all these 100-meter rows every week.
Yeah, mate. I'm going to swap over to CrossFit soon.
You got the spreadsheet there, Cam?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Fuck.
Yeah, your fucking podcast.
There's the old guts going there, Dan.
Yeah, a couple of boiled eggs for breakfast and a protein shake and a coffee and feeling nice and bloated. Take like.
Four man, one rower.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. How many strength athletes does it take to set up a 100-meter row?
It's in the computer.
Has Luke got his dialing wand? Fuck, mate. This is hilarious.
Fucking the brain stuff over
Yeah.
the podcast.
Apes strong together.
Oh, yeah. You're at that and you go to 100. Yeah, we're all right now.
0 to 100.
Ammonia, Jane?
I think that would be terrible, pre-right?
Fuck, mate. Bunch of monkeys running this show.
Yeah, apes strong together.
We're used to it on podcasts. Got a bit of a...
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Fuck.
God.
All right, here we go.
This one on?
Don't do an Allison and fall off the seat.
We just killed him with ammonia.
Yeah, I don't think Moni is very good pre-right.
Maybe that's the new challenge. Oh, shit.
He's going to punch himself in the face.
Fuck. Screen turned off.
How was that, James?
14.9.
Can you see that screen, lads?
We have a new leader.
14.9. What did I do? 15.
15 flat.
Oh, you beat me by 0.1. There's the winner. You beat me by 0.1.
Top of the leaderboard. We'll send the trophy down.
Yeah.
Nick's going to jump in as well.
Yeah, get right up in his grill.
Yeah. I want to see this stroke happen in real life.
So, lads, this is Nick.
Hey, Mick. How are you, mate?
So what do you do, man? What's your sport?
Row loader.
Rugby league background. Been playing rugby league since probably 10 years old, and from about 16 onwards, just been in the rep system and that.
Yeah.
22 now, so I've moved into just sort of like reserve grade or reserve grade, and just training and trying to get my way up to the top. So
Yeah.
Slow grind, but just working on it. So
Yeah, you're in the right place.
yeah, no, 100%. This is the spot to be if you're trying to get better as an athlete or strongman or.
Yeah.
So,
Or rower.
introduce Nick, lads, because he's keen to jump on the list, so he'll be on the podcast Hot Lap as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Bit of pressure on here.
Yeah. So Dan, jump on the front. Jump on the flywheel.
Somebody just stand in the front, go start fucking moving.
We're going to see some gooch here.
Yeah. We should set up a GoPro at the in between the feet, so you just get like gooch.
Gooch cam.
Yeah, I was gonna, yeah, be a good little one there, wouldn't it?
All right, we've behind. Good.
Oh, yeah. Get it, Zangief. Oh, what was that? 14 flat. Oh,
14
shit.
flat, boys.
Oh, fuck.
I had to do it staring at Jamie's ass.
Jesus.
I don't know. I don't think it should count because it's your second go. So
We can have an asterisk next to it.
yeah.
And what was the world record? 13.5 or something?
Don't know.
I think it's... I should look that up. Hang on.
So one more on the Hot Lap with Nick. You ready, brother?
12.8. Let's go, Mick. Oh, shit.
Oh, bit of RDL action.
Fuck. 14.8.
14.8.
There you go.
So
I feel like I'm that.
3 new leaders.
And
What were you,
to be fair, he just did monstrous sets of 12 on squats, so his legs are fucked. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's
What
the
is
hot
it?
lap for the week, boys.
That's
fucking
called,
excellent?
that's called cat training, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Does that put Colm at the bottom of the ladder?
I think Cole's on the bottom of the ladder.
We might have-
He's on top of the stiff leg rowing one.
He actually is, yeah.
we might have
What
to
did you get, Ron?
Sorry,
What did you get, Ron?
I haven't done
Exactly.
fucking.
And Cam did 15.3.
Yeah.
Wicked. So then I'll have a go today, which means we'll have another Adonis one there.
There you go, eh?
All right,
Fucking
well,
nice.
me and Jamie will head down here and we might wrap it up, eh?
Nice
right
one.
up.
Thanks, Dana.
That was excellent.
Mm.
Thanks, boys.
Voice.
So this is the race that stops the nation.
Multiple races. The podcast Hot Lap that stops the nation.
The podcast Hot Laps that stops the nation for the 12 viewers that we get.
Yep.
How many views is your episode
thanks,
got up
Dana.
to, Ron?
Oh, I stopped looking. As in,
Dan's
stop
just
watching
saying
it. See you, mate.
See you, lads.
Thanks,
See
Dan.
you.
All right, boys. There we go. That was something different today.
Fucking oath, that was excellent.
So,
Thanks.
James, what was harder, the 190 or the rower?
Oh, they're 170, man. They're 170 is big enough.
So the 170 is harder than the 190.
1.3 is hard. That's what happens when you cheat for so long.
1.3 is hard.
It's funny, because I was saying to James, it's like when you say 1.3 versus 1.2, it's only 0.1, but it's 10 centimeters, it's 4 inches. It's actually, you do
Quick
notice
maths.
that difference,
Mm.
So, especially if you're loading to 1.2 and you're clearing it by an inch each time, you're still a fucking long way off.
Yeah. Yeah, you think you're clearing it by heaps too when it's by an inch, but
Yeah, that's right.
And what you probably don't also factor in, though, is Pythagoras' theorem, in the sense that it's 10 centimeters up, but what's the angle you're cutting on?
Yep.
Probably 12 centimeters,
Which, that's it. If you're hanging back,
the hypotenuse.
and that's where you've got to hang back and do that triple extend to really clear that fucking angle.
Mm.
we just went from a strongman podcast to some fucking rocket science podcast real quick.
Hey, we've got
Cam.
it all on here. We've got the fucking
Brain
Hot Arse Lap that stops the nation down there. We've got randoms jumping in. It's the best.
That's it. Nice one.
All right, lads. How long's that, Cam?
Fucking too long, probably. What is that?
Way past. Cam needs to go to bed.
Yeah, 11:30.
Been up for 2 days straight. He looks excited. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in the dark here next to my Wi-Fi router. Might as well just get a fucking plug and plug it into my computer.
Got an extender that gave you 1 meter of range on your fucking Wi-Fi.
Fuck. Yeah. So, James, we might have to refilm this podcast, mate. So you're going to have to do the stones. You're going to have to fail the 170s again. And then we're going to have to, I think the rower's all right. So it's probably just the stones. So.
The invoice is in the mail, mate.
Excellent. Well, yeah, nice work.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming on, James. That was fucking
Thanks for
awesome.
the chat, man.
No worries. Nice one,
Get
boys.
some tips for you guys and get a bit of a push through to get that to work with the new height.
Oh,
That's it. You just
think
stay
you
up
sit-
in the 105s, mate.
Yeah, go up there with Ron.
no.
Ron's run away from the 90s.
Yeah.
That's it. Beauty.
All right. Thanks,
boys.
gents.
Have a good weekend.
bud.
Oh, no, good week. Yeah, good rest of the week.
Fuck
See you,
Cam. Go to bed.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
See you, boys.
Cheers.
See you guys.